Hi everybody, this is the Football Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, not so terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and we are back here at the Football Hut. Please forgive the background, but yeah, it seems that we have a problem with the Giants running back, Saquon Barkley, and we're going to get into this video, but please, of course, subscribe before we get into it, and like this video. It seems that the Giants and Barkley have hit a snag, that they've hit an impasse. In terms of a deal, he wants more money than is expected. He wants more than $12 million. But as you know, the running back market isn't great because running backs don't stick around long. So I guess in one regard I understand where he's coming from, but in the other regard, if you're the Giants, you can't give him more than what he wants. They gave him a franchise tag, but he took that as an insult. I'm insulted. Well, insulted or not. Right now, the deal seems unlikely with 2 weeks before we get to camp. Here's from Sportsnet.com. Reports. New deal unlikely for Giants running back Saquon Barkley. That's not good. Not good at all. With no progress in negotiations, there's little optimism for a long-term contract between the Giants and running back Saquon Barkley before Monday's deadline. That's the deadline is for the franchise tags. According to multiple reports, Barkley isn't near a new deal as the cutoff for NFL teams who applied the franchise tag arrives, and no tangible progress was made in negotiations. Now we got less than a week. Barkley reportedly turned down offers based on an average salary of $12.5 million per season and hadn't signed the franchise tag. That leaves open the possibility he could hold out into the season or not play in 2023. You don't want to do that. He doesn't want to do that. Barkley has 4,249 rushing yards, 1,820 receiving yards, and 37 touchdowns over 5 seasons since being drafted number 2 by the Giants in 2018. He said last month while staying away from mandatory minicamp that the idea of skipping the season comes up in conversation if something doesn't get done by the deadline on Monday. At the end of the day, it's all about respect, Barkley said. That is really what it is. Barkley, 26, reportedly seeking a contract that would pay him close to $16 million per season, on par with 49ers running back Christian McCaffrey. Matt Breida and 2023 fifth-round pick Eric Gray are listed as the backups to Barkley on the Giants' depth chart. I would say this. If you're a Giants fan of any length, you will remember what George Young used to say about players that says it's not about the money. It's always about the money. He says it's about respect. They could have just let him walk. They didn't respect him. They wouldn't have given him the franchise tag. And the fact that he's been playing hardball tells you that he wants to get every dollar and cent out of this deal. And I would mention, Christian McCaffrey's better than him. He's healthy. Barkley hasn't been healthy. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been sort of out of the loop with the NFL. But, like I said, we know from George Young, the former general manager of the Giants, who was the architect of the 1986 team and the architect of the 1990 team, we know what he would be saying about Barkley talking about respect. When they say it's about respect, it's always about the money. Never forget that. This is very disheartening as a fan. You want to see the best team out there. The Giants did a great job this offseason building this team, filling needs that this team needed. This team filled every need they had going into the offseason. They got more help on the offensive line with John Michael Schmitz. They brought in a big-time wide receiver in Jalen Hyatt. They've got corner help and Deonte Banks, and they did a great job with the other 4 picks they had in the draft, which is mentioned here as well as Owens. So, the Giants, and they did an excellent job bringing in some undrafted players like Bryce Ford Wheatley. So, and the Giants have done everything possible to have good relations with the fans and build a good team for this year. And the Giants are going to have a tough time. I'm going to be honest with you. This schedule is a bitch. It's going to be tough. This is going to be a tough schedule in the beginning. And it doesn't finish great with 2 games in December against the Eagles. And one of those games on Christmas Day. This is going to be tough. The Giants don't need this. And to be honest with you, this is not good for his career either. I'm sorry. You know, the worst thing a player, especially a football player, can do is sit out for a year. And even if he sits out for a few games, he's going to be behind the 8 ball the second he comes back. If he misses 1 or 2 weeks of training camp, that will put him behind everybody. Is he going to be ready for opening day? Is he going to be ready for that first game? I doubt it. He's not going to be ready for week 1. He's not. It's impossible. Well, what's not impossible is you subscribing to the Football Head. Hopefully you like this video. Let me know what you think about Barkley. It's very disheartening. I want to see him signed. Stop being difficult. Barkley. Well, thank you for watching this video, of course. Please subscribe, and I'll see you later.